Let's go. Flex on the head. Woo! Welcome, Spurs fans. We have a lot more to cheer about tonight because the Spurs blew out the Wolves and tied the series 1-1. 133-195, as you can see.
Whoa.
I'm here. Greg Marshall's also here. What?
133, 195. What the hell?
Well, yeah, that'd be crazy, right? That would have been a crazy win somehow and a crazy score. But yeah, 133-95, as Marshall pointed out. Marshall comes in. We had to stall a little bit because he is dealing with an ankle injury coming in, but he's still here. So shout out to him coming through. I'm Greg, of course. You know me. Spurs with everybody. Our post-game show. Our dynamic is ready to go. Spurs blow them out. It's 1-1. Marshall, tell me what you feeling tonight.
Well, the Spurs responded in the best way possible to win by basically the third quarter and have them take their starters out. You get to rest your guys. I mean, that's a phenomenal way to respond after the game one loss. So this was great. This is a great win. I'm glad the Spurs were able to respond. Fox came out, played better. Wemby played better. I saw a little bit of aggressiveness from Cornette, who I'm always getting on. I got to, give him his props when he does, better. Carter Bryant was in there. He definitely was in there for some fouls. He's got to, work on that a little bit. But he gave some defense and a different look, which was nice. You know what I mean? So it's a good win to tie this thing up 1-1. I do not expect the Timberwolves to play this bad at home. So, no, it was a good win, and I'm happy to see it. More work to be done. So,
how I'm feeling. Hell yeah. Yeah, I expected this to be game one, actually. This is what I expected from the Spurs to come out and play with the energy, the aggressiveness, the type of plays. Like you said, shout out to Luke Cornette. He showed up. I was hard on him in the last game. Keldon Johnson also looked a lot better defensively.
Yes.
Shout out to him, even though he wasn't the greatest offensively efficiency-wise. Still, I saw the effort. I saw the ability to guard a lot better this game from both those guys. So shout out to them for coming through. Just a lot more energy, a lot more fight, a lot more take the fight to them. That's what I wanted to see. Obviously, now the series is tied 1-1. The Wolves technically did their job. They stole one from us. So now we're back to Minnesota, and we'll see what happens, man. This game gives you a lot more optimism, like you said. But he also said, let me say that the Wolves won't play as bad, right?
No.
Anthony Edwards, came out hot in the first game. Not so much this game. I would assume him coming back, you expect him to get in the flow of the series as it goes on. So we'll see what happens in Minnesota, and we'll see how the Spurs show up. Because you can show up one game, but you got to show up multiple games to put away series, put away teams, and that's what's going to be. That's going to be important. We're going to see what the Spurs are made of in this series, and heading into if they get past this, which I believe they will. They'll get past this and see what's up next. But we're not good ahead of ourselves. We still got plenty of series left. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Fox. He was a lot more aggressive early on.
Yes.
Hunting his shot. I liked how he attacked Rudy Gobert in the pick and roll. They got isolation on him. I think that's something they can definitely go to multiple times in this series. I think they can go at him in different ways to get him either unplayable or just punish him, even though he's a DPOY candidate, a defensive stronghold. We've seen him be able to be punished in series. So that's what they're going to have to go through. And it's a great answer from the Spurs, but they definitely should be up 2-0. They should have brought the fight earlier in game one and not waited till the end of the game to try to get back into it and try to win. They could do that in the regular season. That's cool. That's something that we've seen from them. They've been able to do that. This is the playoffs. There's a lot of different atmosphere. Teams are not going to lay over. They're going to play hard. So we got to get it. So
I'm going to give two guys a shout out for the consistent offensive play in the series so far, and that's Steph Castle. He was 6 of 10. He get up 5 turnovers, so that is something that's he got to make sure he cuts down along with he had 5 fouls again. So, you got to be careful on that. But Julian Champagny has been playing,
Oh,
he's been playing well. He
mm-hmm.
has been playing well, man. I know last game he had like 7 rebounds, I think, or something like that, and he was 6 and 9. I know he missed the game-winning shot, but I mean, hell, it was a good look. And I mean, he's doing his job. That's what we need. We need that type of play from him because if not, then things could go very, very differently. You know what I mean? So I'm glad he's being aggressive. They're getting him involved. That's all I wanted. That's all I really wanted was for the Spurs to get him involved. Him shooting anywhere. To me, Julian Champagny needs to shoot anywhere between 6 to 10 shots a night. I don't think that's very hard for him for the Spurs to be able to fill it for him. Like 6 to 10 shots is not crazy, especially because he's your best 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
So, but he's playing well. I'm happy to see that. Wemby, glad to see his 3-point shot was back. He's definitely getting on the boards. Spurs out-rebounded the Timberwolves 55-43, which is awesome. Turnovers, Timberwolves had 22, Spurs had 15. That number needs to come down for the Spurs because there was quite a few times that I saw in our guards, right? Steph had 5 turnovers. Fox had 1, but the Fox turnover was early, and it was just it was puzzling of why he tried to throw that pass.
Yeah.
And it did not look good. But other than that, I mean, it's really Castle that has most of the turnovers. Everybody else is 1 here, there. Wemby had 2. So, but 10 or less, please. 10 or less.
Now, Wi-Fi, I need you.
Uh-oh. And so anyway,
and
Vassell, Vassell is playing. His shot's not fully there. I feel like we're due for a Vassell breakout shooting game, but defensively, he's not playing too bad. He's playing pretty good defensively. Well, he had the second worst plus minus on the starting lineup. He was a plus 13. Only Wemby was worse with the plus 12, but it's Wemby. So, but yeah, this was a good win, man. I'm just very curious to see how the Wolves now are going to try to respond at home, have all the energy, because I'm sure, number one, I know the next game, if Ant feels like he can play, especially he didn't really play a lot of minutes this game, they might start him. If Io feels better, they might start him. You might get less of Mike Conley minutes. You might get less of Terrence Shannon minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if those two guys come out next game and they're feeling like, all right, we can play, and they're more aggressive, they'll come out more aggressively on the offensive side. Now, what I did like Mitch Johnson did with the adjustment was they started doubling Ant. And they made it very, very tough for him. And you might have to do that and have a McDaniels beat you from the 3-point line, which he's not going to be able to do. So good adjustment by Mitch on that, man.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want in the NBA good players to get rolling. You definitely don't want them getting comfortable in a rhythm. So throwing doubles at Ant is definitely something you can do. You can trap him. You can make it tough on him as much as possible. You know, he's a great player, so he's going to get his. Obviously, he's coming off injury too. That's something he has to deal with. Interesting. So you think that Ant will eventually start in this series because he's been coming off the bench. You think eventually he'll start?
Yeah, if he doesn't start game 3, he'll start game 4.
Okay.
I think he will start. Io, I don't know how badly he is injured. I mean, he only played 10 minutes tonight. It was his first game back, so I feel like that'll probably ramp up for the next game, and they're going to more than likely take Conley out of the starting lineup and maybe Terrence Shannon. It just kind of depends. So
yeah, I think it'll be an interesting little thing because he's been coming off the bench, so to see if he starts, or his minutes ramp up, or how that all works. Julian Champagny's been shooting the piss out of the ball. Shout out to him, definitely. Him and Vassell shooting the balls. They've been our best 3-point shooters. You know,
all year.
Yeah, so they have to spread the floor for our guys, even though Castle and Harper have gotten better from 3-point line.
Yeah.
They still have the gravity as shooters to make the defense stretch out for Wimby and others get to the. They're able to put pressure on the rim. Like you said,
Shout out
okay, go ahead.
Shout out Harper, by the way, for his play 11, 7, and 5 in 22 minutes, 5 and 10 shooting. That's off the bench is good numbers, man.
As a rookie too.
As a rookie. Absolutely. Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, that definitely bring up Harper. He's been playing wonderful off the bench. You can't ask much from a rookie. He looks spectacular at times. He's going to have his up and down moments. Obviously, he's a rookie,
Yeah.
but you love to see the flashes for him. Champagne shooting the ball well. Like I said, they're gonna have to be the floor spacers, the gravity to open up lanes. Castle had 2 different games. Game 1, he didn't have any turnovers. I think it was like 15, 5, 5 or something like that. 0 turnovers, so that was good. On his part, I didn't really shut him out in game 1, post game show. But game 2, he definitely him and Fox made some questionable drives to the basket early on in the game, and they got kind of stuck at times where they didn't know if they were going to go up with the ball. They're going to try to find somebody late, and that situation happened. So just bring those turnovers, like you said. We're accustomed to Spurs teams having high assist totals and low turnovers, about 10 or lower is usually what the Spurs go for. So that's something to shoot for in the playoffs. So
yep. Also, Keldon, 10 rebounds, my guy. That is big. I mean, he didn't have the best offensive game. 9 points, 10 rebounds. 10 rebounds really say a lot. It means you're on the board and you're doing the dirty work. And that's what we're gonna need. So big ups to him. Like I said, Cornette only had 4 points, only played 13 minutes. He was 1-1 from the field. I think he made both of his free throws. 2 rebounds, 1 assist. From what I saw him, I mean, you only take 1 shot, but he was aggressive. And I said, that's what we need. We need you to be aggressive. And I believe he had 1 or 2 blocks. Sorry, he had 3 blocks this game.
There you go.
That's what I need.
Protect that rim.
That's what I need.
So, not a rim to turn because people are going to go at him. I think it's like my off topic. It's kind of my like Jakob or other white centers. They're just going to be attacked.
And Baines.
Yeah, so they're going to be attacked. He just has to guard the rim as much as good as possible. Perimeter defense has to help him out. But yeah, you can't be more active dancing and celebrating, doing things than you are on the court. And that's all we've asked for him. And he came through tonight. So shout out to him. You can do the DAC all night. You can do whatever you want, my guy, now. Because you showed up activity wise.
Carter Bryant only took 3 shots. I mean, he was a plus 18 on the floor. He had 2 points. That 3-pointer that he took, or the first 3-pointer that he took, I know he hesitated and then he shot it and it just rolled in and out. And I was like, damn, I felt bad because I'm just like, bro, you can shoot. Like you have a shot. Be confident with your shot and shoot that thing with confidence. Like I don't want him to feel and turn into where he's questioning himself shooting shots. He's got to be aggressive because if not, now you're turning into a smaller Solon.
Yeah.
At that point, Carter, shoot the ball, man. Like we believe in you. We believe that you can make those shots. And your shot it's in and out, dude. Like that.
Yeah.
That's just the roll of the ball, how it goes sometimes. Be aggressive, man. And your defense is very valuable as he knows. I hope he knows how valuable his defense is. For real. I mean, he had 5 personal fouls, so he's using them. And so, shoot, I really do think next game there's going to be a point in time where we're going to have to go to him. You know what I mean? And he's going to have to make sure that he stays out of foul trouble and he's able to help us, putting pressure on the defense and pressure on their offense and turning the ball over. So he'll be fine. He'll be fine. But keep that confidence up.
Yeah, it's important for young players to keep that confidence, believe in yourself. If you see one go in, it usually helps your confidence. So hopefully he'll be able to see a couple go in and start feeling himself a little bit more. But it's a tough spot to be in, man. Coming off injury, now you got to go right into the playoffs. You got to catch your rhythm. There's times where you see him very confident. We see it throughout the season. Very confident in his shot, shooting it. And there's times where he just kind of looks to be passive. He looks to make it's a spurt, make the right play or look away from shots possibly. So he's got to balance that out. It's gonna be times where you're on the court and they're gonna choose to leave you open if they think you can't shoot or you're not gonna shoot, or so you're gonna have to prove them wrong and you have to hit some threes. So it is what it is. We'll see how he plays throughout this series and possibly the next series.
Yep. So game 3 coming up is Friday. It's in Minnesota on Prime Video at 8:30. Then game 4 is on NBC/Peacock on Sunday. And then after that, we'll see with game 5 and beyond.
Thoughts on how long this series possibly could go and which way are you leaning right now early on?
The way the Spurs responded gave me some hope, because at that point I was like, man, I don't know how we gonna do this. Like, I gotta see Fox play better. I know Wemby would have a better game, but I'm like, Io coming back, how he's known to be a Spurs killer. We know this.
Yeah.
So with the switch up of the defense and how they're getting on Edwards and really making him pass the ball, not letting him go, I don't really see Minnesota with any other shooters like that. So this could easily turn into a Spurs in 5, maybe 6.
Okay, yeah. That's where I'm at with.
See where these next two games, how these next 2 games are, because certain guys on the squad could revert, and we're like, oh shoot.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see. I mean, I'm right there with you. Probably 5 or 6 games. Spurs should be able to still handle this. Still pretty confident. Only tonight even makes it even better for us. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll be here every post game show. Real quickly, you have any thoughts on game 1? I know you weren't able to be here. You have any quick thoughts?
Yeah, game 1. I mean, should have won the game. Mike Conley saved him. He had a hell of a game. I mean, he had 3-pointers. What are you supposed to do on that? Jaden McDaniels, believe it or not, Jaden McDaniels has probably been their most consistent player in this series, because, again, today he was 6 of 10. If he shoots over 50%, that's a problem. If everybody else can get going, right? So, it was tough. I was like, I don't know who – at that point, I was like, I don't know who we're going to have to guard Julius Randle. Wemby was off. Fox was off. Castle actually hit 3, so I'm just like, we can't waste a game like that. And Champagne, was playing aggressive, getting boards and helping out. So I was just like, we got to have Carter Bryant back, which did. And now Mitch is able to switch up the defense, and we're able to do some things. So, yeah, game 1 was disappointing, and I lost a little bit of hope, because I was just like, shit.
Yeah. I guess the most controversial thing is, like, what do you think about the last play? Mitch timeout.
Good a lot
idea.
of people said they should have called a timeout. I mean, I get it, because you want to try to give Wemby an opportunity to get a shot up. I'm not so mad at it, to be honest with you, because I mean, Champagne had a good look at it,
Yeah.
Now, people can say, is that the guy you want taking the last shot? Because that's a lot of pressure. We've seen Champagne in pressured Mize moments throughout the season, missing free throws and whatnot. So I can understand and I can get that, but I wasn't so mad about it, because, I mean, it was a good look, bro. It was a good look.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you got a good look, man. I could always say that. People don't think about, okay, Mitch calls timeout, right? And everybody complains about Mitch is not even a good coach. So the people that are saying he's not even a good coach want him to call a timeout and drop a play. Like, I don't know where that faith comes from if you don't think he's a good coach. But that's one of the things the logic I think about. But let's say he gets the ball. We've seen it where Wemby gets the ball possibly in situations. They come at him later, whatever, he forces a bad shot. Whatever. What happens if it's a bad shot? What happens if bad play design? What happens if the play busts and you don't have anything? So it's like people like to fantasize about the best possible outcomes, especially if something doesn't work out the original play. So it's one of those things where if I mean, you look like a genius if it works, and and people are going to second guess it if it doesn't. So I have no problem pushing in transition, trying to get an open look. Maybe you can go downhill and get to the rim. I don't know if they could have, if Wemby possibly gets the ball and pushes it faster. That happens. But Harper made a good play. found Champagne. Champagne made a good play to get the flyby open three. You live
Yeah.
with it. I'll live with that all the time. So
Yeah.
not really
Yeah.
worried about it.
I wasn't really mad because you're right. Maybe you don't even get a shot, with
Yeah.
them trying to double Wemby, especially the way Randall was playing him so aggressively, and Wemby hadn't hit a three all game. You know what I mean? So I wasn't now if it would have been a forced bad shot, then I could understand where okay, maybe we should have called timeout. But that was a good look. Like he just didn't make it. Like I'm it is what it is. And that's not the reason why you lost. You stop Conley from hitting threes and hitting one in the clutch and going down 9 with like 2 minutes left, you get yourself a better chance. So I'm not gonna, get on, Mitch and for that one. I've gotten on Mitch for certain other things, and there's certain other things that I will be, I'm sure I'll get on Mitch because there's certain times I'm just like I don't get what he's thinking, but for that I'm not. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not mad at him for that one.
There you go. We got some post game game one with Marshall. Okay, we talked about upcoming games. We'll see how that goes. Anything around the league? Anything that you could think of?
Let's get it, man.
All right.
Let's get it.
Checking in.
Checking in. Checking in.
Checking in around the league with Spurs versus everybody.
Man, get out of it. Whatever happened to that one, man? That was a good one.
I don't know. I gotta look for it. I gotta look for the drop.
Anyway, all right. So we're in the second round, everybody. What's going on around the league, man? All right. Let's start in the East. We got the Pistons that escaped the Magic, and now they are in the second round against the Cavs, who I believe now, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Pistons finals is looking kind of real.
Okay.
I think the Pistons can get to the finals. I think they're a bad matchup for the Cavs. They won game one, 111 to 101. This series is going to really come down to can Donovan Mitchell and James Harden make shots? Because too many times I've seen each one shoot their teams out the game. And if Mobley's not showing up and able to be consistent with it, I don't think the Cavs have a shot. Because now, unlike the Magic series, this is a better matchup because Duncan Robinson can actually get his shot off. And if he can knock down shots, he 100% will. And you got those others that are stepping up. Asar is going to be able to get to the rim and score, especially if you have Allen in foul trouble. Cade's going to be Cade. Jenkins has got to be solid. So I favor the Pistons in this one over the Cavs in 6 games.
Okay.
So that's what I'm looking on for that one. With the Celtics losing to the Sixers, which I didn't see. Some people saw it. I clearly thought the Celtics were going to come out of the East and possibly win it all. But Tatum didn't play in game 7. Derek White finally showed up that game, but they just didn't have enough. And somehow the Sixers won, and Embiid starts balling. Like he absolutely terrorized the Sixers organization. That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. But having said that, now he's out. He was out for game 2 against the Knicks. Sixers played a tough game and still lost. So they're probably going to lose in 5 to the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks are playing pretty well right now. Mikal Bridges has found his offensive game. No Mitchell Robinson can hurt them down the stretch. So they got to hope he's able to get back healthy. I would probably rest him this series because I think they have enough to take out the Sixers without him playing. But they are going to need him against either the Cavs or the Pistons, which I think will be the Pistons. So that's how that's looking. Cavs had a scare, almost lost to the Raptors, which is crazy.
Yeah. Do you think they lose if Brandon Ingram plays?
It's very possible. It is very possible that they would have lost that game. I think the thing that killed the Raptors more than that was Quickly wasn't able to play. Because if Quickly plays, now that's different. That's a different beast because Quickly can score in bunches and he's fast. And I don't know if the Cavs would have been able to to take him down from that one, because even though Shad played, or she played pretty well. Don't get me wrong, she played pretty well, but having him off the bench to kind of give him that extra push, I think was something that the Raptors honestly missed. But you know, it is what it is. Otherwise,
OKC Lakers.
Yeah,
They don't care.
Yeah. Now I will say, golly, Vanderbilt, heal up, bro. That was gruesome. Oh
yeah,
my
I didn't
God.
see. I just saw the reaction to everybody was reaction.
No, I saw a picture of it. His bone was out of his finger, bro.
Oof.
Yeah, that looked bad. That's why they all the Thunder reacted. Even though I know a lot of people were wondering what the hell J Dub was wearing.
little fashion talk.
Yeah. Yeah, heal up Vanderbilt. That's sad. They don't the Thunder don't even need to honestly bring J Dub. They don't need to rush him back. They're gonna take care of the Lakers in 4, if not 5. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, LeBron had a great game 1, and they still got killed by 18. Yeah. So it's just like, you look at unknown, he's coming back. I don't know why the hell they've gone away from getting Luke Kennard shots, because I mean, he's a sniper, but they, like, after the Rockets game and he played bad, and I think it was game 3, his shots went down, and obviously Reeves came back, and now he's been relegated to the shadow. Yeah. So, and hell, SGA didn't even play that well, and they still beat them. So yeah, they're Thunder are gonna cruise to this one now. Next series, depending on, all right, y'all better come with y'all's A game. But again, like I've always said,
there's the Marshall, the famous saying.
Spurs got to get there.
Mm-hmm.
They can get there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I like our chances against anybody after that. So we'll see. We'll see.
Man, you look at the bracket, man. Just the teams are dwindling, man. This is going to be interesting. We get down to, who the teams can win, who can actually win the championship next round. So
yeah, absolutely.
The Spurs better pull this series out, man. They better come with the same effort they came in tonight and the same energy, and just play tough, because they can be one of those teams that can win a championship this year, and that's something that we didn't think was maybe possible at the beginning of the season. We were hoping just to get the playoffs.
Yep.
And now we could possibly be one of the final teams to compete and possibly win a championship. So,
and
I am excited about that, because, man, San Antonio being on the world stage, getting back to where we were at one point in the organization. San Antonio is going to be rocking hard that, next couple of series, or they're rocking hard from series 1. They were going honking down Military and downtown, going crazy. So I can only imagine, we get to next round, or even let's talk about the final. I don't want to jinx nothing, but man, so I'm ready. I'm happy. I'm excited, man. Spurs basketball is here, and we'll be covering every game, and hopefully it goes on longer and longer. So you'll see more of us, and it'll only be more fun, man. So
it will, man. It will. I am very hyped. Game 3 is gonna be. It's gonna be a fun one, man. It's gonna be a fun one. And Game 4 on Mother's Day. You got to make all the mothers happy, man.
For sure. What's it called? But yeah, man, that's it, man. This has been Spurs Are There post game show, Game 2. Spurs blew them out 133-95. You saw. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social medias. I couldn't do this show without my main man, Marshall, even though I do have to do it sometimes when he's not available, but I'd rather do it with him. So shout out to him. Always happy that he comes through. He's Marshall Best 14 on X, at Marshall Best. You can put the at Best 14. Make sure you go subscribe to him. Check out all his tweets for all the Spurs games and any game, really. He's a connoisseur of many sports, so go check him out. I'm Greg. I am not on social media except for maybe Insta, but you can find me on Spurs vs. Everybody, because I'll be tweeting from there and posting content on Instagram, Facebook, etc. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and interact with that. And this has been another good post game show, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, and we'll catch y'all next time. And stream now.